Good morning. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back. For those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. So we're going to jump into January's readings, hopefully. First one, this is going to be a video for Taurus for the month of January. Please remember that tarot is timeless and, take what is yours, what resonates with you, leave the rest behind. So let's see, what am I forgetting? Pardon, it's early. I haven't, pulled myself together for the day. I'm still working on coffee cup number 1 this morning. Taurus, this is going to be for your sun, your moon, your rising, Venus, cross watchers. If this is your thing, please discern the messages accordingly. Roles can be reversed. You know what your life is like and what you're dealing with more than I do. Guys, if you are interested in a personal reading, that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. You can reach out to me via email, and that information, like I said, is in there. Let's see. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so, because it's going to give you notifications every time that you hit or you hit that subscribe bit. Jesus, you hit that subscribe button every time a new video is posted. You're going to find out about it. How's that sound? Oh my gosh. Okay. That was apparently a mouthful today. Let's see. So, and then hopefully later on today, I'll get the daily collective out, and maybe another one of you guys is signs for the month of January. So, all right, I guess that's it. I guess that's enough of my chit-chattiness. Let's see, what do we want to start with here? All right, let's start with the decisions this morning. What do I want to do? I don't know. I think we're going to skip the sacred geometry and let's just jump into some sacred earth oracles. And if you guys ever notice, I use a lot of the smaller decks, right? You can see the size of my hands. My hands are kind of tiny. I like the small decks. They're easier for me to shuffle. All right. I hope you guys had a great holiday season. Hope everybody's doing healthy and happy and well. All right. Oops. I'm going to throw the whole deck at me this morning. All right. Spirit for Taurus. For the month of January. Spirit is showing me the third eye. So we'll see how that plays into things. And pardon me, I got a little bit of a cough this morning. That residual stuff still happening. All right, so Spirit's telling me we need 3 of these, so let's go with that. You may be pushing and creating distance between you and the people around you at this time, or you may have already been in this energy. But I kind of feel the Spirit is also saying cat and mouse. So, this could be somebody that you're dealing with, where it's like, it's a whole lot of push and pull. And I want to say, be cautious of how this is being perceived. Like, why are you doing this if this is what you are doing? Or if you're dealing with somebody who is in this vibration of this push and pull, this cat and mouse, is it serving you? The cards are space, stretch, and productivity with context on the bottom. And excuse me, guys, if I pause this every time I cough, we would be here all day. So please bear with me. It's funny because Spirit is also saying that time is of the essence with this situation, whatever it is that you're dealing with at this time. I feel like, again, that push and pull of energy, like come and go, come and go. You may be leaving the house and coming and going. You may be very busy at this time as well. You may be dealing with somebody who doesn't understand that as well, like why you have distanced yourself, why you're coming back in, why you're letting go, why you're I almost kind of feel like you're a little bit of all over the place. I think for some of you, this is like you're like testing waters, trying to feel things out. For others of you, I do think that you're genuinely busy. You may have a lot across the board through the month of January of what is going on for you. You may have, it's almost like you need to create, and you're requiring, Spirit is saying, thank you, Spirit, new growth. So I don't know what it is that you've gone through, been through, or what's happened, but it's like I needed to take a time out. Now it kind of reminds me of my cat, and this is so funny. Like, if a cat gets up out of their sleep and they're, paws out and they're stretching, and like, it's almost like that push and pull that you see them exercise themselves in, and it's kind of the same thing. I'm just wondering, though, with the feeling that I'm getting attached to this, is it healthy the whole way around for all of you? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So, Wisdom of the House of Night. I need to get some new cards. I'm so past due for new cards. Never have enough decks of cards. All right. Spirit for Taurus. What is all this about? All right. Card for Taurus. Taurus, please, Spirit. Okay. This cat and mouse thing may be obsessions, addictions. If you're struggling with something, this going back and forth. So this can also be, it's like you might get so busy with things, and then you kind of go off into some toxic traits as well. So be cautious. You may, moderation, I feel like, is like key in this. Taurus, by the Spirit. Spirit for January, for Taurus. January. Come on, guys. This is not the way I want to see your January rolling in. There's a lot of games that are transpiring here. You're talking about that push and pull. I've got honesty, and then I got deceit on the other side. So it's like, to me, I'm seeing a repeat of cycles for a particular person. Again, Taurus, this may be you. This may be the person you're dealing with. One of you being extremely blunt and honest to the point of whether it's feelings, emotions, what they're doing, or what you're doing, whoever this might be. And then the other side to this is there's just no truth. It's lies, it's manipulations, it's head games, it's Spirit is saying leaving people on hold, leaving people on red, and leaving people in this space of I don't know what is going on the other side. This could be I feel like it'd be anything from friendship to relationships to family, a friend, something like that, where there's a lot of head games that are transpiring. And I feel like for some of you, you're just seeking the truth. You're seeking the truth of the matter. But I'm going to tell you this, like, if you are taking yourself and turning yourself into this, like, you're just choosing to play a part, you're playing in a toxic role, you're playing into a codependency, these pauses that are happening for you, or for the cross watcher, again, whatever resonates for you, is like, that's the universe showing you this is a bad fucking idea. This break is like, it's kind of like it's coming into you, and when it does, that pause, even though you may not be the one creating it, is giving you time to stop and reflect. So when you're stopping and you're reflecting on this situation, what are you learning about a person? And I think it was maybe the first daily collective, so it had been Mondays, a couple days ago. And I think I said in that video, if someone is showing you who they are, freaking believe them. Believe everything that they're showing you and a whole lot less of what they say. If they're inconsistent for a reason, because that's who they are. So if you're looking for consistency and stability, it ain't there. Like, you're being stopped. You're being caused to pause for a reason. I've got chaos, obedience, forbidden. This situation in due time will blow the fuck up. It will blow up. And do you want to participate in that? I don't like this for you guys. I really don't. Let's get some clarification on this. I just want to go, like, and I feel like for some of you, that's kind of how you feel, like when it's like hot and cold, in and out. Are they telling the truth? Or like, I'm just gonna feel like somebody's giving you a half truth and not even the whole truth. And I feel like there's need to be like, if you've got nothing but, like, only bring me nothing but the truth, right? Because it's kind of like forward motion for a hot second, and then we're backpedaling again. Forward motion, we're backpedaling again. No, golly, guys. Yeah, somebody is making an offer, you know, pure honest intention of, hey, you know, I like you and I want this to work, and let me, you know, we can do this, and these are new beginnings, and this can be really nice, and I'm looking for something that's simplistic and exciting. So I do feel like there's this one side, like I had this urge to, you know, one side here, one side there of what, you know, you guys and then the situation, or vice versa, right? And I do believe that one person is being honest. There may be a little bit of a distance. It's you know, wishing, wanting, waiting. Again, the Two of Wands to me is sometimes, you know, it varies, but intuitively today it's telling me that this is a pause. Again, a pause, a distance. You know, you're being forced to stop and take a look at something. There's that Ace of Pentacles, and I just got done saying that was on the split and it came back out. You know, it's like, yes, I want these new things. I want these new beginnings. I want stability. I want comfort. I want joy. I want things that are beautiful. And that, you know, it's falling on that honesty. It's an emotional, yeah, these cards, wow. It is an emotion. I'm going to leave that in there for right now. It is an emotional sense of like trying to show some feeling, trying to be honest about where it is that you are coming from at a given time. King of Cups, I had the Moon, and then, yeah, so then it's like, and I feel like almost like you're tired. You're tired of waiting. You're tired of putting yourself on hold in the process if you're not the one doing the hold, you know? But I'm going to tell you that if you're sitting around waiting for someone else to get their shit together, you're going to miss other opportunities. It's like you only see how things are not working rather than what can work outside when these pauses, these moments of stop are occurring for you. Let's clarify deceit. Queen of Pentacles. Listen, this person, whoever you're dealing with, they're acting immature, number one. I don't know why this comes up, but they're hiding certain darker aspects of themselves when they're dipping out. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, King of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Left my brain for a second there. But it's like, they know damn well, like they're very much focused on their coin. They're very much focused on nurturing themselves. It's a very deceptive energy where they may be thinking that this is what they're doing. They're hanging on to what is theirs. Part of me wants to say for some of them, it's fear-based. For others of them, they're just assholes. It is just what it is, right? Like they're acting immaturely. They're making decisions on how they're feeling in the moment rather than what things actually are. So you really need to discern, do you want to deal with this? Is how I would put that. All right, let's see here. We're going to do this a little differently. We're actually already doing it a little differently than I usually do. This person changes their mind. It's like the wind changes, they change. The weather changes, they change. And God knows that happens 4 times a day. We've got all 4 seasons in one, right? Like in a day. It's just a constant shift of direction. And behind them, it's like unseen chaos. So there may be something that they're just not telling you what's going on in their world. But behind them, it's just, behind the scenes is chaos to what's going on in their life right now, or what has gone on in their life. So they may not be being honest with you about the past. Excuse me. About their actions, the things that they've done, the head games that they've played. You know, if you've got somebody new coming into your life and they're playing victim mode, that they're like, oh, you know, this and this happened to me and what have you, like, and Spirit's also saying if you've got somebody coming back around, like, you know, if you took a break from that person, there was a pause, and they're coming back in and going, well, you know, this happened to me and I need you to feel bad for me, and but I'm good, but I'm not, but I'm good, but I'm not. Like, it's just this mental nonsense that is lingering in the background to this situation. I don't like it. I will tell you with that King of Cups, I just see the Queen of Cups there, and I said about the missed opportunity, you will miss out on an opportunity if you keep playing small with a person who has, they do know what they're doing. I won't say that they don't know what they're doing, because they do know what they're doing. They're just choosing to play games right now. So be cognizant of who you're dealing with, and also cross-watcher, if it's you, be cognizant of Taurus. Like, no offense, Taurus. I love every single sign. But we all have good traits and bad traits. Sometimes we get caught up in a space that isn't serving of our higher good, right? Like, just be straight on. And I will tell you guys, I'm here to help you. You know, to be on a better space of life, to find that higher vibrational energy. I'm very, as a Scorpio, I'm very blunt and to the point. I won't spare your feelings. So if I piss you off, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, because I'm not here to sugarcoat shit for you. So make note of that, please. I still love you guys, right? Okay. All right, let's see. For Taurus. For Taurus, please. There's that King of Cups again. There it is, the Tower. I feel like that, you know, whatever the situation is, whether it's you or, you know, again, whoever, there was, first off, Capricorn energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy there. It's like, and then Aries and Scorpio both, and Mars placements as well. Got the Hermit, Virgo, the Empress, and then the Venus position, Taurus, Libra, Virgo again. So pay attention to who you're dealing with. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. It's where I'm at right now. These are all, first off, you've got 3 of 4 that are major arcanas. I'm going to take the 6 of Cups. I talked earlier about repeating cycles, right? This is exactly what the hell this is. Someone is dealing with some childhood wounds, most certainly. This is like, and it doesn't have to be just childhood wounds. It could be wounds over a lifetime. You know, it's kind of reverting back to their inner child, trying to harness this heartache, this heartbreak that they have endured, this Tower. Spirit keeps going emotionally manipulating this situation. Like, it's like they're jumping from loving energy to the freaking wheels fell off to, oh, I'm healing, I've learned, to the Empress, to the 6 of Cups, with the Mother of Cups underneath. My God, we've got Libra, or Justice card, Libra, Gemini, the Lover's card, the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles. It's too many there. I do feel, as Scorpio is trying to pop back out of there again, Death card. I do feel as if at some point somebody did try to balance out their emotions. And 3 of Cups. Okay. And then 5 of Swords, more deceit underneath there. The Hierophant, there you are, Taurus. Chariot, Cancer energy. I feel like you're trying to move forward, but it's self-sabotaging. It's kind of like you've never closed out a cycle and you're trying to move into something new. If this is you who's doing that pushing and pulling, you have got to close out cycles before you start new ones. You will forever take shit baggage with you into new things for so long as you're repeating the same old shit. And this really, to me, is very much about the fact that you're going to have to sit down, get real with your emotions, understand why you've experienced what you've experienced to date. You know, nobody else is going to be responsible for that. They can't. And if you're not clear about where it is that you are in your situation or in your life, don't drag somebody else into it. You're going to create that heartbreaking experience for them. That's where the empathy kicks in and you go, okay, wait a second. I remember what this felt like for me. I wouldn't want another person to feel that way, but instead, you know, it's like reaching out to another person, expecting them somehow to band-aid your pain. It's a distraction. It's not healthy. You know, you've got the Father of Cups at the Tower. Emotions are all over the place. You may, if you're the one that's been lied to or, you know, not been dealing with honesty, Spirit is calling, you're going to end up in a space of regret. These two sides cannot be brought together under this energy. There's healing that needs to take place. And I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I think that somebody here is very much in a loving space, wanting to do right and do good and have beautiful things. But the flip to that is this other person is showing no love back. Like, I'm feeling this love, this power, this giving from one side. And then on the other side, you've got this energy that's just cold. It just stops. It's like hitting a brick wall. Like, if I have time for you, we'll talk. If not, I will. Who cares? What are we doing? But I will say this, both sides need healing, because this love and giving to something that does not give back to you, this lack of reciprocity, is a codependency. Not trusting in your value and your worth, not seeing your value and your worth for something. For somebody else on the other side who may be the liar, the deceitful one, the one who's not coming forward in truth and integrity, that there in itself is going, I've sat in my shit for so long, I'm going to continue to sit in it, and I'm not going to heal it or resolve this. And it should not be for somebody else. It needs to be for that person. So whether that person is you or somebody you're dealing with, both sides have healing that need to take place. And I feel like particularly the side that's not being honest is lacking that empathy, that compassion, that understanding that I wouldn't want to hurt somebody because I've been hurt before. So pay very close attention to this. The Tower, choices, right? I'm looking at justice, you know, balance to be restored, and the balance is trying to be restored in the emotional sense. But it's like, do I go and take, it's like someone is so focused on pentacles, material things, this, I don't even want to call it, it's not stability, it's like a false facade. Again, it's like another band-aid that takes place. And it's like, I'm hearing this from Spirit, that this regret sets in, right? You've got this regret, and yet it's like, I had these things, so I'm going to get back to these. But what ends up happening through this power struggle is you're going from the 10 to the 9. You're going backwards and relying on somebody else to do the work for you, the emotional work. There's a great need here. I just keep hearing from Spirit, choices. Like they're saying choices in love, and I thank you, Spirit. Choices in love to a situation. Like you may have, if you're a male, you may have 3 women around you, if this is a love thing, or even 3 friends that are vying for your attention. They're all like, do you see me? Do you see me? You want to hang out? You want to do this? Or 3 family members around you who are trying to get your attention and trying to get you to participate in things. And it's constantly being blown off, but only entangling in these situations when you feel like it, rather than being consistently involved in anything emotionally. I feel like the emotions are very hard to reach because there's a very strong focus on what it is this person that's sitting in this low vibrating energy desires to have and want from an egotistical space. And it means, if it means cutting people off, not because of boundary, but simply out of selfishness of, what do I stand to gain by going to the next person or the next person? Are they going to emotionally fill my cup? So this could be like, I would call this too, like if you're talking to somebody and in a romantic sense, and even though you've been talking to them for a couple of months and you're like, oh, this is lovely. Side note, they're messaging so-and-so who's going, oh, I think you're wonderful. And then they'll message so-and-so, oh, I think you're gorgeous. And you know, it's who's ever feeding that ego in that moment. And then you, if this is not you, you need to ask yourself, if you're seeing these patterns of inconsistency, why are you hanging out? I mean, be real with yourself. Like, why are you staying in this situation that is not allowing for any kind of growth, right? So let's do some clarifying here. Spirit's saying it's all a wash, and I pull out the Knight of Swords. Temperance underneath there, right? Excuse me, card of Sagittarius. Again, I talked that Libra energy, or Justice energy, I'm sorry, maybe dealing with a Libra, reminded me of, needing to balance the emotions for some reason. That's how it came across. And then to see Temperance underneath here. Someone may even be picking a fight. It's like, finding things that are wrong in that day, or how you said something, did something, so that they have a justified reason to kind of check out on you as well. So again, be cautious and cognizant of any type of aggressive energy, but I feel like the emotional aspects is there's a whole lot of resentment and anger that sits within. Again, unhealed parts of the self that are trying to move forward and can't, not in a healthy direction, because there's toxicity underneath the surface that hasn't been addressed. So, it's like you got to deal with your shit. But yeah, there we go. That Page of Cups, the Nine of Swords underneath. How do I, it's like, how do I do that? What do I do with that? How do I get there? For one person, you're, offering love, perhaps showing up as a beauty and all great things. And I still feel like I keep getting this one person. So this could be you, or this could be the person that you're dealing with. And there's like the Empress, and someone who's very independent, and someone who's, I almost kind of feel like there may be a situation of a third party, in the sense that if your person is dealing with three, if this is you, okay, and the person you're dealing with is this person who's not being consistent, they're dealing with three people, and one of those three people are likely married or committed to something outside of themselves to begin with. So then it's kind of like you're dealing with this chain of third party nonsense. It's all egotistical, causing stress, worry, headaches, heartbreak, whatever. And it's just like, all you want is your damn wish fulfillment. All you want is something good. You need to be discerning of where you're placing your energy. Absolutely need to be discerning of where you're placing your energy. Queen of Wands in reverse. Ten of Swords. This is not your wish fulfillment. This is not what's going to make you happy in the long run. And I think deep down internally, this, but there's something that you're being pushed to learn. And I think for some of you, if you're sitting in the right vibrational energy right now, you're being called to do more healing. You're being called to address some of those inner wounds, and this may stem back to childhood. It may be forcing you to see your growth, learning to express those boundaries. But I also feel like you may be dealing with a little bit of arrogance, whether it's from you or from the other side. Like, be careful in how you're conveying things, is what I would say. But again, this is very much like, what is filling me up? What is putting the Band-Aid on? What is a temporary fix to this? Something is in dire need of change here. Because if not, like, this is, I just want to go, this is going nowhere. And this line, like these 4 decks of cards that I've used for this reading thus far, it's all repetitive to me. A little more in depth, a little more in detail, but it's all repetitive. It's a waste of time. Discern your situation, right? You know darn well where this is going and what's going on. So, Taurus, we're going to get you a little bit of advice. I don't know who this is for, but it was very, very particular message. So, Spirit for Taurus. We're going to use the White Light Oracle deck. Seraph. I don't know how to say these words. They're Greek. I don't know. I suck at it. Sometimes I can pronounce a word, sometimes I can't. Today, it's a no-go. Sorry, guys. Seraph, if I'm saying that correctly, of 963 hertz. Intuitively, I will read you the book definition to this, but intuitively, we talked about that third eye, right? Remember I said like the third eye was popping up. It's time to see things much differently than you have in the past. There is a need for just a moment of pause that is not for the sake of playing cat and mouse. It is a moment of pause, of reflection. It is a moment of being internally within oneself, to listen to your guides, to listen to yourself, to speak your truth. These 3 parts to me don't seem aligned. And it's like, if you would just slow down and stop, get out of your mind space, and be aware of what works and what doesn't for you, then it's going to change the direction of everything. It's listening. It's about listening and hearing what's coming from above. It's very important to be in that space. But I also feel so many times over, I've heard Spirit say, regret, 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 regret. If you're in a space of regret from a past situation, why are you in that space of regret? You need to heal it, whether it's with you internally or another person or situation. Spirit is saying haunting memories. There's memories attached to this. It needs to be healed. Do what you have to heal it. Be sincere. Don't do it on a whim to Band-Aid it, though. Because if you're just Band-Aiding it all the time, it doesn't go away. It's like you've got to cure the disease, not just treat the symptom. And same thing here. Like, I teach people this with herbal medicines and stuff like that. Like, same thing here. Your mind, your body, and your spirit all need to be in alignment. They're not right now. So, all right, let's read this. 21. Which breaks down to a 3, and when I talked about that damn third-party energy, like, that's just what that reminds me of instantaneously. All right. I do read from this. I usually don't do the book thing, but some of these decks, these oracle decks, they're very in-depth, and I do like to give you guys the messages from the book, see how they compare, and hopefully offer you some kind of additional advice to your situation. So, practice connecting to the joy that is always deep within you. Pay attention to what brings you exquisite delight. If you don't know what that is, you are guided to experiment and explore. Connecting to the joyful capacity of your heart will heal so much negativity and uncertainty. Let your heart relax. Allow the spiritual grace that wishes to reorder your life to manifest its miraculous miracles. The seraphim are angelic beings of an extremely high vibration. They are angelic mystics in constant devotion and adoration of the divine. When we passionately fall in love with the divine face of luminous grace, Whether it be a person who has entered our lives as if they've dropped straight from heaven onto earth, or we feel our heart awakening to new depths of love and meditation with our spirit guides, we are in harmony with seraphim. When we go through a struggle and somehow fortunate enough to recognize the protective and healing action of divine grace intervening on our behalf, we can shift to such gratitude we just want to kiss the sky and sing a love song to the universe. Then we are in touch with our own inner seraphim. And I will say this, in the beginning I said, if those moments of just you're being paused for a reason, to me that's what comes back through when I read that to you. It's pausing. Here we go. Some egos project their narcissistic wounding and lack of romantic imagination into spirit, concluding that the divine must be rather vain if it wants swarms of angels flying about constantly singing its praises. They don't understand that the divine asks for our love so it can give of itself to us. When we feel love, we are in love and our hearts are open and receptive. The divine isn't interested in praise for its own sake, but for what we can receive when our hearts are opened by it. When you have a beautiful experience, fall in love, enjoy the best meal of your life, see a film, what awakens your mind? Do you not want to tell others about it? Our world can seem a bleak and spiritual barren place. We need jubilant, mystical hearts who know the secret of esoteric ecstasy and are divinely drunk in their celestial communion. We need to see them happily stumbling about as love-struck fools, startling our intellects with their brilliant ramblings, opening our hearts with their purposeful passions. We too need such loving delight with the divine, so we cannot help but want to call forth in wondrous gratitude and declare our love from the rooftops for all to hear and feel. This oracle brings a message straight from the divine to you. Let me love you. I will say this to you as I was reading that. Oh gosh, it came through and then it just left. Hold on a second here. Let me reread. Maybe it'll come back up for a second. Oh shit. I don't know. It didn't. Spirit gave me a message and then it went. It happens. It happens so fast sometimes that it's hard to keep up with. Oh, there it was. Thank you, Spirit. If you are with somebody or spending time with friends, family, whatever, and I'm not saying put your life on social media because I'm not a big fan of social media myself. But if someone cannot be proudly with you, in the sense of, hey, yeah, I spent my afternoon with that person. If they're kind of hiding a connection that you're sharing with them, who is this third party again that they're trying to keep you out of their sight, is how I would put that. So it's kind of like they're trying to hide you away. So be aware of that as well. Because like this said, if you're happy, you want to shout that out from the rooftops. Why would you hide it? Why would you conceal your happiness? So some food for thought there, right? The tone of 963 hertz unlocks the radiant luminosity of your light body. This body of light is the inner essence of your physical structure and yet is not constrained by it. Your light body is your eternal interface between the spiritual plane and the physical plane. It is where healing, bliss, and inspiration flow unimpeded. The higher worlds transmit consciousness-raising light codes directly into our body of light, affirming your original soul note and preventing the ego from obscuring your spiritual light so that you can manifest your most authentic life path. The telepathy of light between spirit and your inner being gives rise to knowing without knowing how you know. This oracle guides you to trust such inner knowledge, even if it doesn't always seem logical. Spirit is guiding you. The universe will provide ample resources to support you doing what you have come here to do. There is no need to turn away from what your heart adores and every reason to embrace it with a total trust. Connection with this tone plugs us into the intricacies of our ecstatic energy field, where we can partake of the miraculous medicine of love and light and be reminded that we can handle anything that comes our way with grace. Spiritual infusions of light and wisdom, such as those that travel on 963 hertz frequency, are alchemical. They are able to distill value from any circumstance and transform it. This frequency is a cosmic particle accelerator which facilitates graceful return to the loving wisdom and creative resourcefulness of spirit. Seraphim 963 Hertz brings a message that the light in whatever it arouses in your heart and lights in your being with passionate gratitude and delicious hunger for more. It's powerful enough to capture, captivate, and heal you. In doing so, it opens the way to manifestations, praises to our generous, graceful, loving universe. And, you know, again, to me, it's about you learning to open up, understanding where you fit in your own world. And if you're being deceived, just pay attention. Just absolutely pay attention. So whether this is for you, Taurus, or for you, Crosswatcher, be so aware. Be so aware. Don't let this year start off in like entanglements of bullshit and cycles that you haven't closed out. Like, you're at another, you know, a new beginning. We started the zodiac calendar, you know, when we closed out with Halloween, or Samhain. I always say it wrong. But allow things to transform you. When you're in these spaces of new beginnings, this chapter gets to be written by you now. Rewrite a beautiful, you know, write a beautiful story for yourself this year. But if you're dealing with this type of energy, ask yourself, why is that person or situation worth your energy, time, and effort? So, not what I was hoping for, Taurus, but there's something that you needed to hear there. So we'll take what Spirit gives us and sit with that for a while. All right, guys, if you found this video resonated with you, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Comment as you see fit, right? If you have something to say, please feel free. A couple different energies there. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sag, Gemini, Libra, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Libra, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, Aries, Pisces. Be anybody really, but your key players, Capricorn is in there. So, all right, guys, that's it. I hope the next reading is much more uplifting, but take what's yours, leave the rest behind. I'm wishing you guys a fantastic January. I'm going to try to get the Daily Collective out a little later. Who knows what else will come out today. So sending you all my love, light. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.